翼。
こうして出会えて、これもきっと神のおぼし飯なんだ。一つ一つのプレーを大事にして勝利をつかむぞ。
How's it going, everyone? This is Nothing Excess. I'm here with Ike Tsubasa to talk about the latest Super Dream Fist banner for the 3rd anniversary. The featured characters mark the long-awaited introduction of Michael and Raphael, two players introduced in the Overseas Fierce Fights arc of Golden 23 before making their full appearance in Rising Sun. After this video, come talk more about Captain Tsubasa Dream Team at the subreddit. Just go to reddit.com/r/ctdt. Without further delay, let's dive in. Michael, Angel's Descent, is a European toughness type defensive midfielder playing for Spain during the Rising Sun arc. He's certainly a character. Let's just start. Despite being a new Dreamfist player, Michael comes with 4 hidden abilities. The first is a bond, easily activated by playing 3 or more Rising Sun players on the field and granting the entire team 3% to all player stats. The second is called Direct Hotline. This is very similar to Hyuga's Hotline Tsubasa passive, in which he becomes stronger by receiving a pass from Tsubasa. In this case, any forward that receives a pass from Michael receives a 5% to all of their stats for their next command. The third is a skill block cancel, allowing him to ignore one skill block in a matchup. The last one's Dribble Range Enhance, and this one's twice as good as Dream Collection Achureza's, giving him a whopping 5 times the range on a successful dribble. That means that in just one dribble, it's very possible that if he's right in the midfield, he'll make it almost right outside of the penalty area. It's very, very, very strong. Curiously, he does not have one of the newer team skills, merely offering all non-Japanese players a 15% bump in stats. His passive power is Pedal to the Metal, worth a whopping 20% if he's in full power, making his already high stats even more monstrous. His main skill is S Angelic Sliding, his iconic riding on the ball dribble, with 490 momentum and 225 stamina and no foul rate. Sub-skills are S No Pressure Shot, an intensely strong 510 momentum 470 shot with a 5% miss chance, and S No Motion Cross, a 455 momentum 230 stamina pass. 5 of his stats break 8k raw, 3 of them break 9k. 9.5k dribble, 9.9k shot, 8.5k pass, 9.1k tackle, 8.5k intercept, 7.3k speed, 6.7k power, and 6.9k technique. He has about 74,480 in total stats before a limit break. His numbers are, frankly, absolutely ludicrous. The next highest Dreamfest character that isn't new is the new Soda. He barely scrapes 62k. Hyuga's right behind him at 61k. This Michael has 74.5k. The obvious call here for a limit break is a striker build. You're thinking, well, he's a defensive midfielder, right? Shouldn't he be better at other things? The secret here is that he kind of already is, you just don't know it yet. 25 speed, power, and shot with 21 pass and 4 technique should be enough for everything. He doesn't have enough defensive skills to do otherwise anyway. Without recommended limit break, he's the best raw dribbler in the game at 13.7k and the second best raw shooter at 14.8k, and the third best raw passer at 13k. Once he gets skills for it, he's the 7th best interceptor at 12.1k and the 5th best tackler at 13.2k. His S dribble clocks in at 67.1k, his shot clocks in at 75.3k, and his pass at 59.2k. That all of course hinges on him not being in full power. He's a different, more unstoppable player in full power with an 80.5k S dribble, 90.3k S shot, and 71k S pass. For a skill build, I mean, he's able to learn 2 decent A skills from this event that just came in, A Swift Interception and A Speed Tackle that you should add to his base 3 S skills until you find better S skills later on in the, as the game progresses. Who is this character for? Seriously, why does he exist? 74k stats, really? We're at this point of the game now. The anniversary has had his up and downs, and the characters were maybe a little too strong to the team skills, but I frankly feel like we could appreciate a lot of the design decisions that were made, and I think bonds may ultimately prove to be a better way of handling hidden ability stat buffs in the long term, But my big problem here is that Michael is just a huge stat stick. He has 3 overpowering offensive skills backed up by overpowering stats. He has world-class defensive stats that are just missing skills. And to he has this complement of 8 hidden abilities that make him nightmarishly strong on any team that can find a place for him. It's the meta right now is going to revolve around these 2 characters in a big way. You're just going to play these 2 characters and a bunch of the new Rising Sun players, and if you can't pull these guys into Dreamfest, that's nuts. This character is frankly not okay. He really isn't. Rafael, Carrier and Pride of Spain, is a European agility type attacking and defending midfielder playing for Spain during the Rising Sun arc. A little less overwhelming than his counterpart, he is a perfect complement to Michael, and much more competent on the defensive end of things. Rafael has 4 hidden abilities available to him from the start, despite being a brand new Dreamfest player. He shares the same bond as Michael, granting all players in his team 3% to all stats if 3 or more Rising Sun players are on the field, and if you've been keeping track, he and Michael account for 2 of those. His second is a 20% Insight Master, making him stronger when guessing right on a matchup. If it was good enough for Dreamfest Matsuyama, it's good enough for him. The third is a skill block cancel, canceling 1 skill block that he can run into. Finally, stamina cost down reduces the stamina cost of all of his special skills by 10%. Rafael also does not come with one of the new team skills, instead he just has a 12% bonus to all stats to anyone on the team. His passive skill is one of the more frustrating ones, however. Full power gauge up is pretty broken. It gives 15% to your full power gauge when you win in a matchup, and it's one of the, just passive abilities or hidden abilities that completely changes how the game is played, and probably not for the better. His main skill is S Flick Pass, a 450 momentum pass with 225 stamina. His sub skills are S Trick Touch Dribble, a 450 momentum and 260 stamina dribble with no foul rate, and S Ball Loop Tackle, a 455 momentum, 365 stamina tackle with no foul rate. These dudes both play pretty clean, actually. Rafael's less of an unstoppable force of nature compared to Michael. Still, he boasts 4 stats above 8.4k, and 2 of those are above 9. 8.5k dribble, 9.1k shot, and 9.9k pass are paired with 6.8k speed and 8.5k technique. He's also okay at defense with 7.2k tackle and 7.4k intercept. It's worth noting he's got 70,841 in his total stats, and that eclipsed Dreamfest Soda, who we mentioned earlier, by almost 8,000. For his limit break, if you're okay using a forcible interception, which is really the only interception you can learn right now, you could try to take the ball with Insight Master, so you should go with the utility build. 16 dribble and tackle, 18 speed, 17 pass and intercept, 16 technique. If you are somewhat less concerned about whether he can cut a pass or not, and you're not going to be trying much, you could keep the same breakout for dribble, tackle, and speed, but change the pass and technique to 25 and ignore intercept. His in-match parameters with our first suggested limit break make him the best raw passer in the game at 15.3k. He's also a strong dribbler at 13.1k, the 8th best raw pass cutter at 12.8k, and just the 48th best tackler, oddly enough, at 11.8k. With these stats, you can expect a 69k S pass from him, nice, a 59.4k S dribble, and 53.7k tackle, all backed up by Insight Master for an extra 20% if he guesses right. Right now for his skill build, he can only really learn a forcible interception as a new skill, and there isn't much else yet in the shop anywhere, so you should be fine just teaching him that and waiting for better S defensive skills, upon which you should teach him an S intercept when it comes, and maybe an S1 too if it comes. Rafael is a good addition to any team that is using agility type non-Japanese players in the current meta, strengthening them easily with an easy to activate bond and good skills. He won't be the absolute best player to hit the field, of course, but he's a worthy addition to any team that can make room for him, and in the current meta, that's not hard to find. And frankly, if you find Michael, you should be trying to fit Rafael as well. Usually the video would end, but I have additional things to say about these 2 characters, especially if you heard me rant a little bit after Michael. I think they're too much too soon. Michael is just absolutely incredibly obscenely good. Not having him will make or break many teams for months to come, given his absurd buffs and ease of implementation into any team strategy. Raphael is not quite as broken, but his bonds make him almost as indispensable, and frankly, he synergizes way too well with Michael to not play him. He builds full power for a character that needs full power to be at maximum strength. I'm actually frankly surprised Raphael was not built in a different way to make him less monstrous, because as of right now, it's simply too easy to build teams with these two that are just way too strong. And frankly, Michael's just, he's a travesty. He's a travesty of a character. He's too strong for the current meta. He's more than 10,000 points stronger than the next best Dreamfest character, and that's not okay. It just really isn't okay. The meta as we know it and the landscape of the game in general is not going to survive the release of these two players. Expect to see them in almost every team once you hit Platinum, and for sure in every team once you hit Superstar. And if you weren't Superstar before, I suggest you get it to Superstar really fast before people realize that, you know, that you're not in Superstar anymore, just so that you can get the online coins for one more month, because you're not going to be combating for those online coins anymore. It's not happening. Anyway, thank you all for checking this video out. If you like this video, please consider hitting the like button. If you would like to check out further content from EK Tsubasa, make sure to hit the subscribe button and ring the notification bell. If you want to further support EK Tsubasa, you can check out the Patreon link in the description below to get access to early scripts and the EK Tsubasa Discord. Finally, if you want to come talk more about Captain Tsubasa, check us out at Reddit at reddit.com/r/ctdt. Thanks again everyone for your time, and I hope to see you all soon. Good luck with your pools.